Hello amigas, today I'm going to be showing you how I make tinga my way, so don't come for me. We're going to start off with 8 cups of water. We're going to add onion. You can use half an onion, chopped up onion, however you prefer. I'm going to also add garlic. And we're going to add a couple of bay leaves, as well as chicken noir or chicken bouillon, however you prefer to call it. I'm also going to be adding sazon goya. So while our water is boiling or getting ready to boil, we're going to be removing this white stuff, which I don't know what it's called, pero ustedes saben lo que estoy hablando. We're going to be taking this off and making sure that our chicken has none of it. And once I do that, on all my chicken breast, I do cuts on it, if that makes sense, or slits. I make 2 slits on each chicken breast. So now, amigas, that we already removed all of that, we're gonna add our chicken to our water, and we're gonna cover it and let it boil for about 20 minutes. So while that is boiling, we're gonna just chop up our onions. I am gonna use 2 onions. You can use more, you can use less, depending on what you prefer. I was noticing that I was gonna have to do this double the work. So I ended up chopping the onion in half, and then from there just cutting small slices. So once we have all that, we're going to be adding it to our pan. Now we're going to add oil of your preference to your pan. Okay, amigas, you're going to see like a lot of clips of just the onion cooking, but we want to cook it. We don't want to burn it, so make it soft. And it's ready when it comes to a transparency consistency. But I'll show you step by step on how we want the onion to be, because we want, like I said, we don't want to burn it. So in order to achieve this, we have to be consistently moving it, and that just means to be cautious, not have very high heat, and just consistently be moving it so it doesn't stick or burn. Once the onion is soft and it's like kind of transparent, we're gonna set aside and we're gonna put our chorizo to cook. Same with the chorizo, it is your preference on how much you want to use, how little you want to use. I'm gonna use 2 packets for this recipe, and we're gonna be consistently moving it as well so it doesn't stick or it doesn't burn. And it should look like this. And we're gonna cook it thoroughly so we can later on add our onion. Amigas, once our chorizo is cooked, we are gonna wanna add our onion and just mix both of it and incorporate the onion and chorizo well together. And here we'll mix it, we'll let it cook for a little bit. I would say like 5 minutes tops at a low heat. Okay, amigas, so now we're gonna add 1 can of chipotle. This is how I do it. You can moler or blend the chipotle peppers, but I didn't have that, so we're gonna go with this. And we're gonna add a can of tomatoes. Tomato sauce. You can use tomatoes, but like I said, I was trying to do this fast and easy, so this is gonna help us a little bit faster. We are gonna let this come to a simmer, and while that is cooking and coming up to a simmer, we are gonna be starting to shred our chicken. So normally I do use my stand mixer or my hand mixer, but I didn't want to dirty more dishes than what I already dirtied, so I'm trying to shred with a fork. And using my hands, I'm also trying to do this. It is really hot because it just came out of the boiling water, but we have to shred all our chicken. One thing I hate doing is shredding chicken, but since it's for my husband, we're gonna do it. So once we've shredded all our chicken, we are gonna add the chicken to our sauce and we're gonna mix it. This step is optional. You can add chicken broth or not. I did add about 6 cups of chicken broth. Right here, I am just mixing everything together and making sure that there's no pieces of chicken that is not well incorporated into el caldito, and just making sure that everything is well combined. I am going to be adding chicken nor and tomato nor, or tomato bouillon and chicken bouillon, whatever you like to call it. And we're going to mix everything together once again, and we're going to let it come to a boil. And that's when we know that our tinga is almost ready, amigas. My family does like spicy, so I am adding some red crushed peppers because it wasn't spicy. So again, if you use the chipotle peppers, it is going to be spicier than the chipotle sauce. But I did add some to give it a little bit of a kick. At the end, it wasn't spicy, but it's okay. It was really delicious. Now we are ready to assemble our tostadas and taste how delicious our tinga came out. So normally you can add beans, you can leave it plain. We like to add crema or sour cream to our tostadas on the bottom. So this is just completely optional. You can leave it plain, you can add beans, whatever you like. Vamos a agregar el pollo a todas las tostaditas. Again, this is your preference. You can add a lot, you can add a little bit. I do like to top it off with queso fresco. I also love adding lechuga and crema, and I do like using crema mexicana. Again, these are all optional, but it just gives it such a really good taste. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you do make it. And if you do, tag me and let me know what you guys want to see next.